Chantal Bisson is back with us again. This week we're going to be talking about relationship issues and ways to help with issues with your children. So Chantal, thank you once again for joining us.
My pleasure. No problem. I know there's never a shortage of issues with children, are there?
No, there are not. And actually, we're going to start with that this time. We did have a question from a viewer wanting to know your thoughts on what are some good things that you can do to help your kids wind down before bed that you can be involved with. Some activities that are maybe more low-key than, say, playing a hockey game and sending them off to bed.
Yeah. Well, this topic is near and dear to my heart because we had, as you know, 3 daughters, and they all were different sleepers. They all had different sleeping patterns. Our eldest, from the moment she came out of the womb, did not sleep. An hour and a half for her was great. She was raring to go from birth until, I think even now she still struggles with sleeping, which is not my problem anymore. She's married. Our middle girl came out, and within 3 weeks, she was sleeping 8 hours. By the time she was 6 weeks old, she was a 12-hour kid. She would get up, she would eat, she would nap for 4 hours. It was beautiful. It was bliss. We were in heaven. And then the little one came out, and she was mixed. Some nights she would sleep 6 hours. Some nights she would sleep 2. So we had to develop different sleeping patterns with all our kids and rituals. The eldest girl, we kind of left her to her own devices because she seemed to operate quite well, functioning on very little sleep, which is fascinating. And she's always been incredibly independent and liked her own time and her own private time. So she often would just take herself to bed and put herself in with a book and go out when she went out. Our middle and younger, they liked a lot more hands-on bedtime rituals. So we would read with them. We cozy in bed with them, and we read one chapter from their favorite chapter book that they would pick. So those were our habits and our rituals for them. I've noticed a lot of people are having more trouble with their kids sleeping these days, and I think that stems a lot from how stimulated they are right before bed, whether it be video games, cell phone use, laptop, and iPad. I really strongly recommend that parents shut these devices off at least 2 hours prior to bed. There's all kinds of scientific research that proves that it stimulates the brain, it interrupts the chemistry of the brain, causing sleep patterns to be erratic and not allowing children to go into deep REM sleep.
Now, what do you think about including a snack before bed? Obviously, you don't want to give them, a chocolate bar, but maybe something a little bit healthier, maybe, grapes and cheese and crackers or something like that. How do you feel about a bedtime snack?
I think bedtime snacks are great. Again, my whole habit and belief system is don't do anything 2 hours before bed. So maybe once you take them off their computer or they're home from an activity, and you've got 2 hours before bedtime, that would be the time I'd start the unwinding. I would then give them their snack, maybe run a bath for a child who tends to not sleep as well or as easily. There are all kinds of beautiful oils and essences and bath salts that you can put in a tub for a child who tends to have the full night's sleep. I would recommend that. I'm a big fan of veggies and fruit. Green apples apparently stimulate sleep and metabolic. Who knew? Your metabolic rate while you're sleeping. So, double whammy. But yeah, definitely steer away from sugar for sure. No sugar before bed.
Yeah, I think that's just a given everybody should know. Well, thank you so much, Chantal, for joining us, and we'll be back again later in the show. But I just want to direct everybody to your social media for more information on this, or if you have questions for Chantal, you can go to chantalbisson.com or at Chantal Bisson, or you can go to our Primetime Local News webpage or the Facebook page, and you can submit questions there for her as well. So thank you once again, Chantal.
No problem. Thank you.